Every week, thousands of business owners walk into somebody else's networking group, pay somebody else's dues, and are literally just networking in somebody else's rooms. We're going to change that today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Donnie Bovine, CEO and founder of Success Champions Networking and the Badass Business Summit. And today we're going to talk really about why you should start your own networking group versus just being an attendee in somebody else's group. I can tell you that I'm not a very good participant. So you need to understand that when I come at it from this angle is I'm not a guy that can just sit in a room. I've always find myself, more towards the front, leading the conversations because I don't like to just be a participant. And what I've found over the years is most times when I go out looking for something that's going to build my business or help my book of business grow, somebody else's format just never worked for me. And I don't want to build somebody else's empire. So for me, what I've found is if I can go out and bring my own group of people together and freaking build a community that I'm the center of influence for that community, the bigger my business goes and the more impactful the business gets because now I'm literally the one that's bringing everybody together. I mean, I literally am the one that is creating the culture, right? I'm the one that is controlling the culture. And I know it says center of influence up there. I want to change that phrase to center of connection. Like I want to be the person that you know everybody wants to be around because I'm the one that can connect the dots. Like so if we think about that is the more that you're the person that everybody comes to because the phrase you got a guy really plays out, then you win. If you build the room, you own the room. And the person who's running the group, running the conversation, they're the one that everybody ends up talking about and bringing up in conversation. And it's not just about you bringing all the people together. It's about that you're the person who did bring them together, right? So you get that influence, you get that control, you get that culture of the room that is centered around typically an ICP, like a perfect client, a perfect, prospect to go after. And man, think about it this way. If you're able to pick a very specific client you want to go after and a client that you want to win, and then you figure out all the other things that that client purchase, all the other vendors that they work with, if you're the person that can bring all those people together, it is tremendously impactful on your business. And most times when you go join other groups, you're trying to fit into somebody else's hole. It's the whole, square peg in a round hole. And the idea here is you want to bring all these people together that are focused in one direction, and literally you will be the person that people want to come to for advice, people want to talk to, the people that they're going to invest in, and way more. It's just completely powerful. It literally puts you in power of authority, right? And the number one thing I think people struggle with oftentimes is equal business stature. If you're the person that builds the room, if you're the person that creates the room, if you're the person that has my dog flipping on its back in the background, right? If you're the person that is building the room, setting the culture, setting the tone, setting the pace, you're gonna be the person that gets the most benefit from that room. Think about being the person that everybody is reaching out to for connection, for advice, for direction. You get that seat if you're the person that's building out the room as a whole. um, and it's really not as hard as you think to build one of these rooms. it's if you think about it, you only have to know a handful of people at the beginning, um, that absolutely building a community around yourself. But you literally, it's not hard to build a room. You need to know one or two people and reach out and say, hey, let's get together on a weekly, get together on a monthly basis, and let's talk about how we go after clients together, how we network together, how we get referrals for each other, how we interact with each other. And, you know, this is you becoming the person that owns real estate in somebody's brain for whatever it is you sell. Just a phenomenal way to build a business. I've done it for years. Every industry that I've sold in, and I've sold in a couple industries, but every one I've built a networking group that is tailored towards my ideal clientele. And I can tell you that the more you bring people together that are all focused on the same perfect client, the more business opportunity, the more wins, the more just good shit that happens for people when you bring them all together. So you can go join networking groups. I mean, it's fine, right? But I just found that over the years, there's been way more power in being the person that builds a room and has the influence over the rest of the people in there. I every time that I've been a participant, I've had to fit into somebody else's mold. And if you're a lot like me, you probably don't fit into a lot of molds out there. I'm pretty sure I've broken every space that I've been to that I didn't know. And I, always want to look at it this way. I know people are going to talk about me. I want to be the curator of what things are saying, the curator of the things they're doing, so that I continue to keep eyeballs and attention on me for as long as possible. So I can tell you, you can go join somebody else's room or you can start your own. And for me, there's just been way more power to starting your own. And we have frameworks to help people start their own groups inside of Success Champions Networking, but you can do it on your own. You don't need us. We'll just expedite the process and make it faster for you. If you wanted to do one and you're focused on B2B companies selling into mid-market, we're happy to have that conversation, but you can do this all on your own. So what I want you guys to really think about, do you want to be a participant in somebody else's room or do you want to build your own? And I promise you, building your own room will be a way bigger win, way bigger windfall for you, and it'll just work. If you guys got any value out of this, do me a favor. Please make sure you like and subscribe below. Share this out and tell somebody else about the episode. I enjoy making these, so we'll catch you guys next time. Love you, mean it. See you, bye.